Welcome to principle number 1. This principle I call the energy rhythm principle. Now, this has had the biggest effect on re-energizing my clients and giving them constant energy throughout the day when they've followed the steps. And it also has the biggest effect when it's imbalanced for my clients. So when they don't actually follow this and they do the reverse, then they have very low energy, they become very lethargic and very drained and very tired. So what is the energy rhythm? What is my energy rhythm principle? Well, it's the circadian rhythm or your sleep-wake cycles. So basically, it's your body's hormonal regulation with the day and the night time. And when this is disrupted, it affects your body's ability to be energized, to be concentrated, and to be focused during the day. Why is that? Well, when you sleep, your body repairs and it re-energizes. So it recharges your battery. If you're not sleeping effectively during the night time, for whatever reason, then what's going to happen is you're going to wake up in the morning with a body that has a certain percentage of unrecharged batteries and unrepaired body. Now, that basically means that your energy for the next day is going to be less than optimal. Very consistently, when I assess people's sleep-wake cycles, they are very imbalanced and very fatigued as a subsequent result. A few years ago, I had a client I would see early in the morning. I'd see her at 4 a.m. in the morning, which meant I had to wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning to go and see her. She had a very strange work scenario and wanted to see me at that time. At the time, I needed the money, so I went to see her. Now, I had clients after work and very late as well, so I would see her in the morning and then sometimes finish work at 10, getting home at 11 p.m. at night, which basically meant I didn't sleep my full amount of hours. I didn't sleep, for example, 8 hours, which I should have done. And that led me to feel fatigued, it led me to gain weight, but it led me just to fall asleep all the time. I was on public transport and I would often fall asleep on my way to my next client and miss the client as a result. So it cost me money too. I also remember a client a few years ago. She had insomnia and had a lot of sleep problems. And as a result, she wouldn't turn up to her sessions, which we'd have in the morning, very often. So she lost a lot of money. And even when she would, she couldn't exercise very well because she was always constantly fatigued. So we do very easy exercise, and even that would get her well out of breath and make her very, very tired. So I gave her these principles. I said, hey, follow these steps and let's see how it changes. Within 1 week, it changed everything. We doubled her strength quite literally on any exercise we were doing. And that was her repetitions and the weight she was lifting. She turned up to every session after then, I think barring one maybe, but she turned up to pretty much most of her session, whereas previously it'd be 50% and the one she turned up when she was late because she was still sleeping. So she really changed. I mean, she began to lose weight as well, but more importantly, she began to get consistent high energy throughout the day as a result of following these steps. So it's very important to know that this is one of the biggest principles that, if followed, can have a very dramatic effect on helping you to maintain constant energy throughout the day. Okay, before I go into step 1, I want to explain something very quickly. The whole objective in getting consistent energy is to make sure that your hormonal regulation is working in coordination with your energy rhythm. So this basically means your stress response or your adrenaline is working effectively during the daytime and your melatonin or your sleep response is working effectively during the nighttime. If it is, then the nighttime you become recharged and repaired, and at the daytime you become energized and you have constant energy through your day. So what I'm looking at are what are the things right now that affect your body's ability to maintain this constant energy rhythm. 1, caffeine. Caffeine overactivates your stress response and what's known as your sympathetic nervous system. Number 2, sugar. Sugar overactivates again a little bit your stress response and your blood sugar as well, making you rise up and drop down. And tobacco, again another stimulant. These stimulants have big effect on your sleep-wake cycles. Now, a lot of people give me a lot of resistance about changing these things. And I understand that it can be very hard because they're very addictive. But if you change them slowly but surely and begin to balance your sleep, then you're going to have a dramatic effect from recharging your energy, and also a dramatic effect on the health of your body. So my recommendations are no caffeine, no sugar, and no tobacco. From today, I want you to start dropping them down, realistically, but dropping them down so that you can actually get back to your natural energy rhythms. Step 2, I didn't tell you, by the way, that I'm actually from the school of stating the bleeding obvious. So a lot of this stuff you are going to know, and the thing is, you're probably not going to be doing it. You're watching this video, you're fatigued, you're probably not balanced in this area, okay? So although you might know it, it's important that you follow these steps so you can have the benefit of high constant energy. Okay, with that said, step 2 is about going to bed at 10:30 p.m. at night. Now, to a lot of people, that seems absolutely ridiculous, and I understand why that would be the case. But trust me, if you get to bed at 10:30 and you get 8 hours of constant sleep, it will have an absolutely dramatic effect on your constant energy through the day. So, how to do that? Well, what I'd suggest is, however late you go to bed now, start knocking 15 minutes off every single night. So if you go to bed at 12 averagely, then tomorrow night, for example, you go to bed at 11:45. Also, wake up 15 minutes earlier, okay? Now, if you're only getting 5 or 6 hours sleep, then maybe don't do this. But if you do wake up earlier, it's going to help your body to want to go to sleep earlier at night time. And the other thing is, turn off electricity. Turn off the TV, turn off the computers. Don't watch them within an hour of going to bed. You want to really be in a dark room, and you want to be beginning to relax. So what I'll suggest is just relaxing and doing a breathing exercise, for example, but making sure you're not surrounded by light, okay? So if you do these things, that's going to have a dramatic effect on releasing your melatonin, which is going to put you into a sleep state. You'll get a better night's sleep, and you'll be re-energized for the morning, which will affect your constant energy the next day, which will affect, by the way, your performance at work. It'll affect your ability to be active, and it will affect your energy and subsequently your happiness. Okay, so it's very important that you get your 8 hours and that you start going to bed at 10:30 p.m. Let's move to step number 3. Step 3. In step 3, we want to get you into a relaxed state so your body can begin to re-energize and repair to give you constant energy the next day. Okay, the exercise needs you to lay on your back in a dark room, free from any noise and free from any light. Okay, the darker the better. Then I want you to have your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. As soon as they are, I want you to place one hand, doesn't matter which one, onto your stomach, so mid-abdominal to upper abdominal region, and the other hand on your chest, so if you like on your heart. Then I want you to breathe in through your nose, counting to 4, into your lower hand, so into your stomach, and then breathe out, counting back from 4. I want you to repeat this process for a couple of minutes, or at least until you feel relaxed and calm. Then I want you to go to bed, okay? So you do this for 2, 3, up to 5 minutes, just until you begin to relax. Don't turn the lights back on, so at this point you should have brushed your teeth, you should be ready for bed, and you might even want to do it in bed. And then you just go to bed and begin to relax, begin to calm down, okay? So the 3 exercises, the 3 steps, if you like, that are going to help you to effectively balance your energy rhythm are, first, an avoidance one. So an avoidance of coffee, an avoidance of sugar and tobacco. These stimulants are going to affect your body's ability to release sleep hormones, and they're going to overactivate the stress response. They're going to leave you with an uncharged battery through the day, okay? Step 2 is to make sure that you don't have lights on everywhere. So you turn the electricity off. You make sure that you're free from too much lights or too much TV or too much computers, okay? Turn that off an hour before bedtime. And step 3 is to begin to actually breathe and put yourself into a relaxed state so your body can then again get into the repair and the re-energizing state of sleep. Okay? Try these 3 exercises. They should have a dramatic effect on your energy rhythms and giving you constant energy through the day. Good luck, and I'm going to see you in Principle 2.